Hi guys, so welcome back to my shenanigans or our conversations that we will be having. So today I want us to talk about Africa, and I don't want to talk about how many countries are in Africa, how many rivers are in Africa. I'm not here to talk about Mesopotamia and Egypt and the first agricultural revolution. I'm here to talk about Africa, how the world sees Africa, how the rest of the world sees Africa, how you view Africa, you yourself as an African. As someone who is very passionate about Africa and African businesses and African growth, I'm a Pan-Africanist, maybe I can say. I'm very passionate about taking Africa to the next level, using the potential that Africa has to the rest of the world. I'm very passionate about that. I'm also very passionate about why Africa is so underdeveloped, yet so rich in so many resources. We are so rich in labor resources, human resource or human capital. We are so rich in minerals. We are so rich in everything. But I want to get to a point where Africa will notice, realize, appreciate, and execute and bank on its potential. Ooh, why am I whatever? So I'm saying I long to wake up to a day when Africa realizes its potential. When we no longer produce raw material for coffee, take it abroad or to the West, have it done one or two value addition, then bringing it back to us to buy. Same thing to clothes, us buying second-hand clothes from the West. That is what I want to talk about. But for now, I'm just introducing some of the things that I want us to be talking about and discussing on the channel. I want us to talk about marketing. I want us to talk about content creation. I want us to talk about businesses, local businesses and African businesses. I want us to talk about how that intertwines with media, how that intertwines with the economy, how that intertwines with politics, how that intertwines with religion and beliefs, how that intertwines with colonialism and pre-colonialism and modern colonialism. I want us to talk about things that I care about, things that you also care about, more than I even care about maybe. I talk about them in full, in length, in depth, go deeper, not wider. I want us to talk about how the world views Africa, how the West views Africa. There's someone who I heard say that there are people who believe that for them to be up, someone must be down, which is so crazy, for lack of a better word, because I don't believe for me to be up, someone must be down. Actually, I believe in carrying people with me as we go. As we go, we carry people along. You don't have to move alone. You don't have to be alone or lonely at the top. You just have to carry people as you go along. So I just wanted to introduce this video and do it for all. I know the title is called Let's Talk About Africa. So we are not talking about 54 countries in Africa. Are there 54? How many countries are in Africa? I don't know. All I care about is Africa needs to wake up to its own potential. Africa needs to wake up to its own possibilities, endless possibilities. We can't be getting raw materials, taking them to the West, they do some value addition, then dump them here at a very expensive price. We should do better. My brother, my sister, we should do better. So And I'm not here to condemn or blame or play victim as an African. I'm just here to tell you that you have power in yourself. You have power in whatever that you're doing. Mpaka nimeongeza volume. That Africa has power. Kenyans have power. Us black people, we have power. We don't have to rely on the white or the West to tell us who we are. We don't have to rely on the West and the Western media to tell our stories. We can tell our own stories. We can tell we can just tell our own stories, who we are. And if you tell your story, you tell it better, you tell it in a vulnerable way, you tell it in an open way. But if you let someone tell and dictate your story, they dictate what gets out there, they dictate what does not get out there, they even dictate what is to be said, what is not to be said, seen, not to be seen, believed and not to be believed. So buckle up, fasten your belts. We will be talking about these things and we will be talking about them in depth. And when I mean in depth, I mean it kwa undani. Is it kwa undani ama kwa kindani? Kwa undani, kwa kindani. So sit back and enjoy and invite a friend. Also be here to enjoy my humor. I'm just a whole piece of humor. I can't avoid humor. I'm funny. I even laugh at my own jokes, which is crazy. So as we learn, we shall learn and unlearn and laugh and just build a community that we talk about everything and do life together and improve on some of these things. And I believe from here we shall go far and we shall change how African is, we shall change how Africa is viewed by the rest of the world. We shall tell our own stories and tell us in our own way. We shall expose African and African businesses to the world and take them to the world, like what Wandia of Vivo is doing. Wandia Gishuru of Vivo Clothesline. Hey, I'm so inspired by such businesses. By the way, those are the kind of, when I talk about businesses, every business is viable. It doesn't matter what you're doing. But I want those kind of businesses that go beyond a certain level. The kind of businesses that aspire to grow and grow beyond Kenya and grow beyond Africa and become unicorns, because it is possible. We can't be consumers of the West. We consume their cars, we consume their media platforms. What don't we consume from the West? We consume their clothes. We consume so much from the West. So it's time we also become creators of things that other people can consume and the rest of the world can consume. And there's nothing that is preventing Africa from doing that. Nothing is preventing Africa from achieving its goals, from creating businesses that go and live beyond us and beyond. Oh, I've talked so much. Businesses that go beyond us, live beyond us and go beyond the Kenyan borders or even the African borders. Why not? Why not? Because we have so many businesses in Kenya that are not Kenyans. So many franchises in Kenya, so many unicorns that are operating in Kenya that are not Kenyans, that are not Kenyan, but yet they are doing well. We embrace them, we buy from them, we make them rich. And come to think of it, Africa is among the fastest growing population, and part of that population is the youths. And these are the people buying iPhones and Samsungs and cars and clothes and etc. So if you have a business in Africa, you have a very big market, you have a very big potential. So I think that is all we can say for today. I can see we are almost 10 minutes in. I wanted to extend This video, I know I started by 3 minutes, but as we continue, we shall continue having a more broader and lengthy conversations that will spark the way you think, or conversations that will have you questioning and interrogating and inquiring about Africa as a whole, and Africa as a people, and Africa as a continent. So if this is a kind of conversations that tickle your curiosity, stick around, and also invite a friend to invite a friend to invite an enemy or an ex, because I think everyone needs to hear what Africa is saying and what the people of Africa are saying. So remember to subscribe, remember to share, remember to have me know what are your thoughts on the comment section below, and we shall keep this conversation going. We shall keep the community growing, and we shall grow together for the better of our families, for the better of the Kenyan families, for the better of the African families as a whole. Because once we heal the families and communities, we heal the whole nation. We can change our politics, how we do businesses, how we communicate who we are, how we tell our stories, etc. So I hope you have a good rest of your day, wherever you're watching this from, be it morning or evening, or wherever you're watching this video from. Have a good rest of your day, start of your day, a good night, a good morning, etc. And I shall see you. Why are my ancestors coming towards the end? And I shall see you guys on the next one. Bye.